Be sure to comment them down in the comment section below so that I can respond to you guys and help you guys out. Or you can feel free to like tweet me on Twitter or follow me on Twitter and then DM me, and I'll do my best to help you guys out. I've been doing it for years, and be sure to comment them down in the comment section below so that I can respond to you guys and help you guys out. Or you can feel free to like tweet me on Twitter or follow me on Twitter and DM me. This is mainly for like help you guys like streaming to any years, and be sure to comment them down in the anyways if you guys like do I use myself or you can feel free to like tweet me on Twitter or follow me on Twitter and DM me. This is mainly for like help you guys like streaming to any years, and be sure to comment them down in the go ahead and hit the setup later button, and then if you get a video, or if you get not a video, but if you get a window like this one right here, just go ahead and hit start fresh because it just makes everything like way easier. Also, if at like any point throughout this video you guys get like a window of Streamlabs saying that
man, this game's boring. Isn't there any good game out there that's free?
Boy, kids, you're new with League of Legends.
What's happening?
Did somebody say free?
needs more permission for like network access or something like that, just go ahead and hit allow access, and that's just gonna like set you up in case you do ever want to stream in the future. But anyways, moving on from all of that, we're finally in the software. So this black screen right here is normally where you would see like your webcam or your desktop or whatever you're recording at the time. So since we have nothing there right now, let's go ahead and actually start recording something. So what we want to do to actually bring our computer screen onto the like where the black screen is right now is go to where it says sources, click the plus button right here, and then from there look for display capture. Once you click that, go ahead and hit add source, and you can rename it if you do want to. I'm just gonna keep it the same as it is, but something you might want to do is maybe like first monitor or second monitor, third monitor, whatever, depending on how many sources you do end up adding. But since we're just doing one, just go ahead and add source. And from here, you might get a window like this one right here. And if you click this, you should see multiple options only if you have multiple monitors. If you only have one monitor, then you're only going to see display 0, I believe. But since I have two monitors, I do have display 0 and I have display 1. And since I only want to record my main monitor, all I'm just going to do is click on display 0, and I am going to capture my cursor because I do want the people watching my video to be able to see like where my cursor is. From there, go ahead, click done, and you should be good to go. And you'll know you did it right because now you should be able to see like your desktop like in the window, and you should be able to like see it in like a weird little Inception type of thing. Or even just like you don't live it small. Or even just like you don't live it small. Or even just like you don't live it small. Or even just like you don't live it small. Or even just like you don't live it small. Or even just like you don't live it small. Or even just like you don't live it small. Or even just like you don't live it small. Or even just like you don't live it small. Or even just like you don't live it small. Or even just like you don't live it small. Or even just like you don't live it small. Or even just like you don't live it small. Or even just like you don't live it small. Or even just like you don't live it small. Or even just like you don't live it small. thing. But anyways, if you make the OBS window bigger, it will give you more room to work with in case that's something you're interested in. You can also
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically correct.
But anyways, if you make the OBS window bigger, it will give you more room to work with the window that you did add in. You can also
Writing's not
as a source by just going to the bottom, or you can just click on the source, make sure it gets highlighted around the corners, then you can just kind of like resize it however you want or move it around if you want to. I'm just gonna obviously leave it where it was supposed to be because we're trying to record a screen in like proper dimensions. But anyways, let's continue on with the video. So the next step before we actually go into the settings is the night mode and light mode switcher, and what this is you just go up here and you click this, you'll change your Streamlabs to like light mode. If you click it again, it can go to night mode. It's really personal preference for whatever you like, but I just want to make sure I showed you guys that before we go into the settings, which is right here. So we click the settings gear right there and it should open up a new window like this one right here. Now I'm going to quickly make the normal Streamlabs window smaller again because I actually personally like it like that, but it's all just going to be personal preference for whatever you end up liking. So you don't have to make yours like smaller just because I did that. But anyways, now that we're here, let's move on straight away to the output tab right here. And the reason why we did that is because this is where we can play with some of our recording settings. And the first thing that I want you guys to do right away is that make sure that your output mode is on the simple one instead of the advanced one that you can switch to. And we're doing that because it works about the same, but we can avoid getting people confused with like
that
like having too many settings in front of them. From there, since we're only recording, all you have to do is just go ahead and minimize the streaming like box. You really don't need it. We only need to mess with the recording one, and that's it. So anyways, let's finally get on with the recording settings part of this video, and the first thing that I want you guys to change is change your recording format to MP4. From FLV, which should be your default one. And the reason why I'm having you guys do that is because it makes it easier to edit your files in other programs without like compatibility issues and things like that. But if you yourself know that you definitely need to be using one of the other file types for whatever project that you're working on, then by all means go for it. But for most of us, MP4 is going to be the way to go. Now the next thing that we want to do is change our recording path, and this is where we pick where we want all of our recorded files to go after we're done recording them on OBS. So if I was to make a new folder on my desktop right here, just go to new, hit folder, and I'm just going to like leave it named new folder because I really don't care. Then we can go to the recording path, hit browse, go to my desktop, and look for the new folder. So it's right here. I'm gonna hit select folder, and the path should have gotten changed to this folder right here. So now that we've actually changed that recording path right here to that folder, all the videos that I do end up recording on Streamlabs OBS will get saved in there unless I do end up changing that setting later in the future. Anyways, the next thing I want to mention is something that's not out yet, but I'm just saying it for future reference because I'm pretty positive that Streamlabs is going to end up adding the setting. But if they ever do end up adding a recording quality or an encoder setting like this one right here, but like in the recording area over here, what you should do if you have like a normal computer or like a lower end PC is go ahead and hit the select or hit the software X264 option. And what this will do is it will actually record your PC screen by encoding through your processor. The only issue is that it might slow down your PC a bit, but that's just how it has to go if you have an older end PC. But if you have like a newer end PC that has like an NVIDIA graphics card, then I highly recommend using the NVENC option because then it will actually use your graphics card to encode your recording instead. So since
Mr. Beast just donated $5,000. $10,011.10 to Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast donated
thing. But anyways, if you make the OBS window bigger, it will give you more room to work with in case that's something you're interested in. You can also resize the window that you did add as a source by just going to the bottom. What to do is change our recording path, and this is where we pick where we want all of our recorded files to go after we're done recording them on OBS. So if I was